this. Time to run it on. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch. Time to run it on. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady. I wake up, flex, thumb down that check. No drip this, time to run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch. Time to run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down that check. No drip this, time to run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch. Time to run it up. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to Europe. I call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself, they getting buried. Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name. I wake up, flex, thumb down that check. No drip this, time to run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch. Time to run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down that check. No drip this, time to run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch. Time to run it up.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Andrew with XplorationXJ.com. What do we have here? Check this out. We have a 2005 Suburban that I picked up off Facebook Marketplace for a whole $400 and drove it home. I yanked the 5.3 liter V8 out of this thing as a donor for the XJ. This thing's 2-wheel drive, so it had the 4L60E in it, and after a little bit of research, the 4L60E is a more desirable and harder to find transmission in 2-wheel drive versus the 4L60E in 4-wheel drive. So apparently it's worth a little more. I got $300 for it. As you all know, that we are no longer keeping this 4L60E. So we posted it up for sale on Marketplace to try to generate some of our money back from the Suburban purchase for the 5.3 donor for the XJ. Got someone coming here off Marketplace to buy it. We're gonna use that money to put back in to Operation LSXJ, try to generate more money back, try to put it back into the Jeep. More we can save, you know. I think you guys get the drift of what we're doing here. So I'm gonna wait for this guy to show up and pick up this transmission, and we'll get back to talking about some things. So we're still working on parting this thing out. Gotta find out what this guy wants off of here, and today we're pulling some more parts off. Passenger front and passenger rear window motors. Let's get on that. So far I have sold the headlights out of here for $30. We've sold the 4L60 2-wheel drive E for $300. Right now I'm getting ready to pull the window motors. I sold them for 20 a piece, so that's 40 bucks for the window motors. Alright, looks like I gotta get the torque spec kit. You know, sometimes it's just easier to grab the right tools the first time versus trying to do different little ways. Because if I did, this would be off already. Normally I just rip the door panels off, but since we're parting this thing out, somebody might want these door panels before it gets to the scrap yard, so I don't want to ruin them. Every little bit of money out of this thing is very important. See, you learn something. I've never taken these door panels off before in one of these Suburbans. But you learn something new every time you touch something. I seriously know just as much of this as you do. There we go. All right, so I wasn't gonna waste my time trying to unhook the window motor from the tracks, so I just yanked the whole entire kit out. Boom, boom. Probably be easier for him to swap it in anyways, versus trying to mess with all these little tiny the lift cables. These connect to what goes to your motor and to your window, and that's what controls it up and down. Zoop, zoop. So instead of trying to reconfigure all that, whoever puts these window motors in the guy's truck, probably be easier just for them to do the whole piece. Plus, this whole setup's really clean. All right, well, that's one down. Now let's get to the back. Now that we learned a little bit about these door panels and how they come in and off, this one shouldn't nearly be as bad. Go. Be careful when you're taking off the moisture barrier, because it's got tar that holds it on. If you set it on your interior on a hot day or on top of the panels after you pull it off, the asphalt tar or whatever they use to make that stuff is going to melt onto your panel, and you're not going to be able to get that stuff off without like gasoline, which will then probably pull the color off the panels. So just when you go to reuse it, just put it somewhere, like lay it out in the yawn. Doing a repair, obviously this is going to the scrap yard, so I don't give a shit, but I still didn't put it on the door panels. I put it somewhere where it ain't gonna hurt nothing else, because like I said, in case somebody wants to buy something off of here. I'm gonna keep these setups right here. Fabricating stuff up on the Jeep, you never know. It's nice to keep a toolbox full of these random bolts and nuts when you're tearing stuff apart. Like I said, there might be a part where I'm tying the body panel to a roll cage or something, and stuff like this is always nice to have in this thread pattern and this size. It's basic 10 mil, so we're gonna keep these tabs and these nuts and these bolts. Probably wondering what we're doing pulling off these side of the door panels now. Well, after I took out those two window regulators for you guys, and window regulators and the power window motors, told you guys that my buddy wanted to buy them off me for 60 bucks. Well, I called him and I was talking to him. Plans changed. Since he has two Suburbans, it'd be nice to have spare parts laying around. So some number changes. I sold them all four window motors and regulators for $100. So I'm gonna put $100 back towards the LS swap. So here we are. You know, the goal is to try to get as much money out of the Suburban to fund building the XJ. Remember, we still got to pull parts off the XJ and sell the XJ parts too that we're not going to need. We're not using the 4.0, the AW4 transmission. We're not using the 231J transfer case. Plus, I got a bunch of spare parts laying around. We're not going to be using the Dana 30 in the front anymore. The 8 1/4 rear, which I already have a disc brake conversion kit, which I sell. I have my own disc brake conversion kit on the back of that, Xploration XJ rear disc brake conversion kits. Which are really cool conversion kits. You want to check them out. They're going to be listed on my website once the website's up and running for sale. They come with drilled and slotted ceramic rotors. They come with ceramic pads, the backing plates, all refurbished parts, pre-bent lines, the flex, the soft line, the rubber hose from the frame to the axle to the distribution block is 10 inches longer than the factory distribution block line. So if you're going to be lifting your Jeep and want disc brakes in the back, that's a huge convenience for you guys. All of this just to do a little bit of off-roading now across the United States. Alright, time to move to the front. You know, so today I was thinking, I know, Andrew thinking, God forbid, look out. You know, about where I can salvage some more money out of this thing, and I'm gonna cut off the catalytic converters and we're gonna run them down to the scrapyard today and see how much they yield. So after we get done pulling these door panels off and these window regulators out, we're gonna go pull off the cross pipe and cut out the cats. Take them to the scrapyard. That's just a waste of money because they're valuable. If I were to take it in with on the Suburban and scrap it out on the Suburban, I wouldn't get the money for them. So I make mistakes, you know. Forgot that 8 mil. I don't know why pulling these moisture barriers off is so satisfying, but it is. Alright, where to start? You know, it's time consuming, but this is all part of building stuff. All right, now let's take the window down. guys, that's all it wrote. See you tomorrow. Kidding. I'll see you under the Suburban. We gotta cut them catalytic converters out yet. Crazy if you think we're done. I'd normally feel bad about doing this in a nice t-shirt, but that ex that had 3 kids, the crazy one, she bought this for me for my birthday, so who gives a crap? And there's 2. Whew. This is how I burn up all my old cut-off wheels. Alright, we're gonna go load these up, take these to the scrap yard. Alright guys, so we just got back from the scrap yard, and I forgot that I had one of the catalytic converters laying around from the Cherokee when I did the exhaust. I straight piped it a while ago, but so both catalytic converters off of the parts donor Suburban, and the catalytic converter that I threw to the side months ago for the XJ, both came out to be $75. So we got $75 going back into the project here. So that's what we got so far. So this is completely random. I just sort of showed up